Welcome to this quick tutorial on Lindy AI's Meeting NoteTaker. The Meeting NoteTaker connects to a meeting, records it, and sends out the meeting minutes to the attendees. In this video, I'll walk you through the steps of setting it up and customizing it. Let's get started. Like it says here, it records, summarizes, and extracts key meeting details and sends concise meeting notes to all attendees. This workflow is triggered when a Google Calendar event is started. Okay, let me first zoom out a little so everything is visible in the screen. Let me also remove these two cards from here. All right. So as you can see here, this workflow starts when a calendar event starts. There are multiple steps in this workflow. Let's go through them one by one and customize it to our need. Let's start with the trigger first. Let me select the correct account and the calendar. And that's it, the trigger is ready. So this workflow will use this account that I selected and monitor the calendar that's connected to the account to see for events getting started. Once an event starts, the workflow is activated. Okay, let's move on. The next step is where we check if the event is a virtual meeting and if it has a link to join the meeting. If yes, it will continue with the workflow, else we will kill the task as this workflow becomes useless if it's not a virtual meeting. So we add a new action to delete the current task for the negative scenario. Okay, so we check if the meeting has a meeting link to connect to, and if it does, we move down to the next step, which is the record meeting step. This task works for Google Meet, Zoom, and Microsoft Teams meeting. Let's scroll down a bit. Okay, the meeting URL is auto-populated from the previous step. Let's go down further. The chat message on Join should go to everyone in the meeting. Now that we are customizing, let's change a few things to make it more personalized. Let's also change the name, again, as we are customizing everything anyways. There you go, the record meeting task is customized and ready. Let's move on to the next step. So, once the recording is available, which is ideally after the meeting, the workflow moves on to the next task that sends out a recap to all attendees. Here, let me change the email ID to use for sending out the email. The two fields is auto-populated to send the email to all attendees. Let's scroll down a bit. The subject field is also auto-populated with the meeting title, the word recap, and the meeting date. The body field here is populated with an AI prompt. The AI will generate highly accurate meeting note from the meeting transcript, which will contain a high-level summary, another deeper summary, and a set of actions items. There are further instructions on what tone to use, how long each sentence should be, etc. I'm not making any changes here. Let me change the signature here for a little personalization effect. So that's it. I haven't made any major changes. Simply selected the correct email address and modified the signature. The next task will send out an email to individual attendees with notes specific to them. We will repeat the same steps from the previous one. All right, that's it. So the difference between the previous task and this task is that this one sends notes individually to each attendee, while the previous email was a team email sent to everyone who attended, containing the same body. It's up to you if you want to keep two different tasks for sending emails, or simply remove one or replace it with a Trello action, and assign tasks to the individuals to act up on. Before moving to the next task, let's correct a mistake. There you go. Let's move on. The next task sends the summary to Slack as a DM to users. Again, this may look like a repetition to some, and it's up to you if you want to keep it or remove it. Okay, so to recap, we have one task to send a summary to all attendees, another to send notes to users, and another one to send a DM on Slack to all users. Now, after the last task, we hand over the workflow to an AI agent. That'll handle any replies from either of the emails or the Slack DM. Let's quickly set it up. Under Skills, Slack is already added. So by default, it will handle queries from Slack. In order to handle replies from Gmail, let's add those skills also. It is already recommending 2 send reply skills. Let's add them to the agent, and then quickly connect the reply nodes from the 2 Gmail tasks. The Slack reply is already taken care of as it is directly connected. And that's it. Using Lindy AI, we have created an agent that will not only record your meeting and transcribe it, it will send out a summary email to everyone, meeting notes to individual attendees, and a Slack DM. And not only that, it is also capable of answering any follow-up questions from the attendees. Super! Now you can further customize this flow and add further tasks, such as uploading the recording to Google Drive or add further conversational steps, or even a Trello action, to add tasks to individual users based on the meeting notes. It's that easy. Once you save this flow, it gets activated automatically and will start monitoring your calendar for events to start. Simple. Let me know if you'd like to see more such workflow automations, or if you're looking for such workflow automation for your business. Drop us an email. The ID is mentioned in the description below. See you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and just take it easy.